Hello. I'm standing in front of a home that should have sold in a week with multiple offers.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Sal here from Simply Investing again. About ready to head into the office today to go have some meetings with some real estate agents and everything. But this guy makes a good point. The American dream is dead for a lot of middle class, and what a lot of people are getting upset about is that a lot of builders. Now, I also have a part ownership in a construction company. We build a lot of like it doesn't make sense for us to build anything less than $1 million, which most the average American can't really afford right now. And then, like down the street from where I live, are two big complexes that were built, but they're all homes and they're all rentals, and they're not cheap either. We're talking like 2,300 a month, 2,800 a month. I think the ones with the two-story in the garage are like 3,500 a month. It's ridiculous. And here, I noticed it going to downtown areas, they're upscale now. They went from being average to now above average to now, I can't find a house less than 1.5 million. And it's ridiculous how they're pushing people out. Now I own a moving company, so I noticed that we're having a downward trend, but we're going back to moving like out of necessity. And I notice people are moving back to the big cities for jobs. People are moving together. Like a month ago, we moved an entire family from all over the country. One person from Seattle, Washington. One person from Chicago. One person from it was a town somewhere on the border of Mexico and Texas. I can't remember her name, but it was way down there, almost close to the border. And then someone from Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, now these were like young families and the mom all moved into this, and it was a nice home. It was a big home, but we moved them all into one home. And I'm noticing the storage units less and less filled. Like they have more red locks on them, which means they're either empty or people aren't paying. And that's you. That most likely could be people aren't paying, and now we're in this cash crunch. People can't buy homes. Jobs are. We're starting to get a lot of layoffs. We're starting to get a lot of more back up to inflation. Although fuel prices have gone down, but overall, it's like people can't afford to eat. People can't afford to buy. People can't afford to live. And now we're in this weird bubble where we don't know what's going to happen, and everyone's kind of getting a little worried. Everyone's kind of getting a little scared. That's rampant. I think overall, U.S. U.S. citizens have over like 31 trillion in debt or something like that. It's like it's ridiculous. So we're talking for the first time we have young people, and by young they usually mean between 25 and 40, that cannot get a house. And the people that can get a house that I notice that I'm moving out, they have to move way out of town. Like we have these little towns like on the outskirts. They're so cheap to live in. Like you can get, if you want to rent, you can still get a 3 bedroom townhouse for $800 a month. You can still get a nice $150,000 house because nobody's out there, and it's really out there. Like we're talking an hour drive into the main town, but you still have city amenities, you still have all that stuff. But there's only so much of it, and once those fill up, what are we going to do? No one's building the starter homes, and it's not cost effective for us to build them. So like on my construction company, it makes sense for me to build a $1.8 million home because there's profit in it. But like, if I'm trying to build a $170,000 home, there's not a lot of profit, and it doesn't make any sense. It's about as much profit as if you sold a sofa at a furniture store. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that eventually either the bubble's got to burst or the bubble's got to deflate. One of the things that has to happen. And I think what's happening is we're deflating, which might be good, might not be. We'll have to see how it goes in the long run. Hindsight's 2020. But I do say this: in my opinion, the American dream is not dead. It's it's just become a lot harder to achieve. And I say this from because like I've worked hard to build my companies and create the wealth that I have, but I could tell you like if I had to be young now and do it, I don't know how I would do it. And I can even tell you right now, my mentality is if I had to close everything down, I'd just go back to a 9 to 5 because this is way too stressful, way too much work, way too hard. Keep going. But to me, it seems like this was the only obtainable way to get the American dream. Now I can only imagine how someone feels where it's a lot harder. But something's got to break from a from a financial standpoint, from being in the finance world and being a former broker on Wall Street and stuff like that. I could say something's got to break. It's going to break. We just don't know when it's going to break and which way it's going to break. It's kind of like a tower. It could fall bad or it could fall good. We don't know yet. But stay posted. Hey, like and subscribe, guys. And also check out my YouTube channel. Link is in the bio. Help me get up to 500 subscribers. I love talking about this stuff with you guys.